election headquarters, embedded and bringing you exclusive and extensive coverage of the Tennessee Senate seat showdown. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Katina Rankin.
And I'm Richard Ransom. A just-released poll shows that it's still a tight race between Phil Bredesen and Marsha Blackburn. Local 24 News reporter Brad Broders is spending the day covering the Phil Bredesen campaign today and joins us live in Nashville. Brad, what's happening?
Good evening, Richard and Katina. A short while ago, Phil Bredesen spoke at this gathering here, this early voting location about 6 miles north of downtown Nashville. The last stop in a day of policy discussions and supporter rallies. As you mentioned, Richard and Katina, it also just comes out as a brand new poll shows Bredesen narrowly trailing Blackburn. And just in the last hour, Bredesen had a message for election leaders back home in Memphis. Now, this is Bredesen this morning and meeting at a roundtable with the Tennessee Pharmacists Association near downtown Nashville. There he talked about his ideas for the United States to better negotiate lower prices for prescription drugs compared to the same medications in other nations. At lunchtime, Bredesen met with about 150 supporters southwest of Nashville in nearby Franklin, which just happens to be his opponent Marsha Blackburn's hometown. We spoke in an exclusive one-on-one interview, and in the last hour, Bredesen said this when asked about election issues in the Memphis area.
The Shelby County Election Commission needs to get its act together here, and every place else in the state is able to get those numbers together and make things work, and I think they need to do what it takes to finish off the early voting properly and certainly to get everything the way it needs to be on Election Day on the 6th.
And Phil Bredesen also told me, despite back-and-forth polls in recent weeks and months, including this latest poll today, he believes the fact that President Donald Trump will campaign for Blackburn Sunday night in Chattanooga 2 days before Election Day tells him that his campaign is very competitive and doing well. Reporting live for your local election headquarters in Nashville, I'm Brad Broders, Local 24 News.
All right, thanks, Brad. Looks like a good crowd out there. Stay with Local 24 News as we show how these campaigns are strategizing in the final days. Brad will be bringing you exclusive access, helping you make an informed decision at the polls. It's Showdown at 5, 6, and 10 only on Local 24, as well as on Facebook and Twitter.